mesmerizing every way. You keep me in a state of daze. Your kisses make my skin feel weak. I'm always melting in your heat. Then I soar like a bird in the wind.
Sé que tienen las flores, llorona las flores del campo santo, que cuando la mueve el viento llorona parece que están llorando, que cuando la mueve el viento llorona parece que están llorando. Que cuando la mueve el viento llorona parece que están llorando, que cuando la mueve el viento llorona parece que están.
What's up, Bandidos? And we're live. It's Wednesday, February 1st, just after 2 p.m., streaming from the Pacific Northwest. And today we're going to be focusing on crowd control builds that work for pretty much anything, but we're especially going to be focusing on Legendary, because Legendary, as we all know, is a big pain in the rear. But when you add a CC build to the mix, it really does make it so much easier. Let's go.
Freak out, yo! Look, watch this.
Haha, we're back. All right, Banditos. So yeah, CC builds. So if you don't know what CC builds are, if you're new to the concept, CC stands for crowd control. Now you know, control the crowd with the builds, right? So basically, hold them back, hold them still, or kill them is another. There are form of crowd controls that are based off of damage. So it's not just a passive status effect. Let me give you an example. A mortar build, like the explosive artillery, that's a form of crowd control. It's because they're so busy, you're not only applying damage to them, but they're ducking and diving and cartwheeling and whatever. They're doing everything but shooting back at you. And so that's a form of crowd control. Another one is riot foam. So most crowd control builds are, and I emphasize the word most, are skill-based builds. But there are crowd control DPS builds, and one of those is Negotiator's Dilemma. So Negotiator's Dilemma basically has this horde damage effect where you can damage up to 5 enemies at a time. So you're basically decreasing the armor pool, or thinning the herd is another way to say it too, right? So that's a form of crowd control, right? You're decreasing the size of the crowd by applying damage across multiple enemies. So Negotiator's Dilemma is an interesting one. That's a DPS crowd control form build. So one of the ones that's also really popular, and you guys all know it, is the Eclipse protocol. It's very strong and very useful, very fun too. Very fun too. But today we're gonna start with one of my favorites, one that we've recently perfected and hadn't had a chance to showcase. But this is the latest Infinity Blind build, and it's really interesting how it came out. So one of the things is with these builds is that you're really relying on your skills, right? And so you want maximum uptime on your skills. And so that's what this build does. It maximizes the uptime of the skills. And this one's different. This one's focus is really, it's built around the blinder. So that's what we're using here. We're blinding enemies. And you guys have heard me say, so back in the day, before Eclipse protocol existed, the best combination for legendary crowd control was Riot Foam and the blinder. You could basically keep the enemies incapacitated forever. And what ended up happening is the devs came and they nerfed both of those to the ground. I mean, Riot Foam is still pretty good, but they nerfed the blinder Firefly to the point where nobody really uses it in PVE content anymore. Not really, right? Some people use it and they kind of toss it out from time to time, but nobody builds around it. Nobody uses it as like this full-time crowd control. And so I put together a build series called Infinity Blind that basically buffs the blinder Firefly back to or close to what it used to be before they nerfed it. And what I realized is that tag team is so powerful, I was actually able to back out some of the skill haste. There's a lot of skill haste built into this. Back out some of the skill haste for more status effects and also skill damage. And so that's what we got going on here. And so I'll walk you through all the pieces, and that allows the other skill to be stronger. And then the status effects, of course, is giving this damage from the vial, I should say. So any enemy that has a status effect applied will be taking on some damage from the vial's toxic delivery. So basically everybody should be having ticks all over themselves. So really, really, really fun build. Very active, very powerful. You can keep Chungas permanently blind. We can keep the boss permanently blind at the end of a legendary. You could take on those drones, the double boss drones at the end of Roosevelt Island. Keep them permanently under the EMP pulse status effects. And so very effective build. And so a lot of status effect builds, you got some options, okay? You got a lot of options. And so one of them for specializations, and one of them is the Survivalist. Survivalist is really powerful for both healer builds and crowd control builds. And one of the biggest reasons is, where is it here? So 15% increased outgoing healing. So that's for if you're gonna go the medic way. Otherwise, I think it's down here. It's additional damage to status effect. Yeah, so 10% bonus damage to targets with status effects. And so all of your members are going to get 10% bonus damage all the time because you're basically applying this status effect to control the entire crowd of enemies. And so with these builds, well, I should say, actually, let me finish. So you could also go Technician. If you go Technician, then you can get the extra skill tier and an additional more damage to robotics. So that's helpful. But the skill tier will allow you to maybe add some armor if you feel like you need that. And then Firewall is also good. Okay, actually, I really like Firewall on my Eclipse Protocol build. One, it gives you an additional burn, so 20% burn duration. That's a lot. That's a lot, 20% burn duration. And then also you get this Fire Starter. Basically, chamber shots contain a fine powder that, I'll just read it, that increases the flammability of targets hit by the shotgun. So it's sort of a debuff. But the flamethrower is really powerful. It's actually the strongest fire in the game. So that's another really good reason to run this if you're looking for really strong fire. And then Demolition is a good way to go. Demolitionist gives you 10% increased explosive damage. On a lot of crowd control builds, we're wearing the Vile Mask, and explosive damage and status effects increases the Vile Mask. So you can almost, basically you can almost go with everything except for Sharpshooter and Gunner. I mean, so any of them are options, just depending on where you want to buff your particular build. So. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Reaper Hawk? Grumpy old man in the house. I think Frozen was in first. What up, Biko? What's up, everybody? Squad. Hey, Tony. So, so one of the things, so we're going to start with this build, but I'm also going to put together an Eclipse build, and we're going to showcase both of those. I'm going to do my Eclipse build a little bit different than what we do in Legendaries. A lot of people do Riot Foam Eclipse build in Legendary, but I'm going to actually do a Fire one because the ticks from Fire are massive, and it really damages the enemies big time. So let's go ahead and put together this. Oh, actually, let me walk you through all the pieces. So we got just drawing a blank here on what this is called. Survivalist, sorry. We got Survivalist for the 10% damage to status affected targets, but also the Fire Grenade. Huge. Throw this at a door or at a helicopter drop and get the whole spawn on fire, and they're just basically useless, right? As far as weapons go, I have the mop. The mop is great, so I have armor on kill, and then I have preservation. So we can get up to 20% armor on kill just by holding this. And when an enemy dies, under your status effects, you're gonna get 20% armor on kill. Really helpful for a build that has no armor or armor regen or anything like that. All right, you don't have to shoot with the shotgun. You just have to have it in hand to get that armor on kill with the type of skills that we're using. And then there's a Scorpio. Of course, it's applies more status effects, so poison, disorient, shock, and then that 20% additional damage. So it's another way to debuff the enemies, buff your team. So this is a really, really good one, and it's also obviously really powerful. So we're running the Vile Mask. Again, this is going to be powered up by status effects and explosive damage. We got Toxic Delivery. And so this is going to do a debuff damage to the enemies over 10 seconds. And the power of that is basically 50% of your concussion grenade. So we're at 1.8. The max grenade is 1.9. So we're almost the max. You just need Demolitionist to make it stronger. That's the only thing we're missing. So as far as the backpack, I'm running the Hannah U with Creeping Death. So Hannah U's for skill haste. We want to make sure we get our skills back as fast as possible. I got status effects, skill haste, and then Creeping Death. Basically, when you apply status effects, it spreads to all the enemies within 8 meters of your target. And next season, we're going to get a perfect version of this as well. We'll see if we get to use that on a build. The chest piece is China Light, explosive damage. And so I'm not running any explosives, so this might confuse you. Explosive damage, like I said, buffs the Vile Mask. That's why I'm running explosive damage. But if we can put on the explosive sticky if we want to, but there's no status effect there. So I'm not really interested in doing that. But I'm really just running the China Light to make a very strong Vile. All right, so then we got skill damage, status effect, skill haste, and then tag team. Very powerful tag team. This is such a good chest talent for consumable skills. And that's what we're using, consumable skills. And really, really good. Basically, dealing weapon damage to the enemy. So that's skill number 2. Deals, I'm sorry, the last enemy you've damaged with the skill, which will be skill number 2 in our case, is marked. They're marked with the skull. And then if you shoot them, then that's going to reduce active cooldowns by 6 seconds, and you can do that every 4 seconds, which is basically constantly. Okay, you can constantly. You got 2 skills that are constantly going to be reducing their the cooldowns to basically nothing. So yeah, very powerful. And so that's what's allowed us to. We're going to be throwing these out. We're going to be very busy. We're going to be so busy we're going to have a hard time using our gun. That's basically what happens here. Okay, so the holster is Golan. That's more status effects. I got this. I call it Golden Golan. It's got a skill tier on it, skill damage, and then status effects. Again, so the status effects for not only making our status effects longer, it's basically, that's another word for duration to your status, but also, again, making the Vile Mask stronger. Skill damage makes the skill stronger from the sticky bomb. Let's see here. First piece of Grupo gives us crit damage. We don't care. The second piece gives us explosive damage. That's why we're doing it. Again, for a stronger Vile. And then we got the skill tier, skill damage, status effects. And here's our second piece. Same thing. And let's take a look at our skills. So I'm running the burn sticky, okay? The burn ticks are really powerful. And this thing is constantly coming back to us. So the cooldown is about, the base cooldown is 18 seconds, right? And then we're gonna hit the, hit them with tag team a couple of times while they're burning. And so we're gonna get this back basically instantly. And then we have the Blinder Firefly with the base cooldown of 27 seconds. And the blind duration is 14 seconds. So basically there's a net cooldown on this thing of, what is that, 13 seconds? And then, so what I'm saying is like by the time the enemies aren't blind anymore, there's 13 seconds left of the cooldown. But the reality is that, whatchamacallit, a tag team is gonna be shaving that whole time. So we're gonna constantly get this back. So be very, very active with that. So this is build number 1 that we'll be using today. Now let's go ahead and put together build 2. But before I do that, I just want to put a shout out to people. Anybody on the Xbox, I'm going to need a legendary crew. So I'll be looking for 3 players anytime. I'll go ahead and open up my game. But I'm basically ready to go. But I need 3 homies to join me. You know, nothing, you don't have to care. I don't care about what build you're running. Doesn't matter. We're just going to take on as many legendaries as we can during this stream. So we'll do like DUA, Roosevelt Island, the zoo, whatever. So anyways, if you're down to do some legendaries with me, if you want to roll and you're on the Xbox, send me a message, add me as a friend, or just jump on in. Okay, so I think I already brought over the pieces actually. So let's see here. So we're going to put together a 4-piece Eclipse. I'm just going to go ahead and slap it on and then I'll walk you through the pieces. I think this one is, I'm not sure if I brought the gloves over yet. Might not have. Golden. Golden. Where'd you go? Oh, you're at the top. Of course you were. What up, 5-star? Boss? What's up, boss? All right. I'm getting clips there. Any clips there. Skill damage. Cool. And then I'm going to run the biomask again and keep that. For this build, I'm actually going to run Firewall. And then, see, I'm thinking, let's just make sure I have shotguns. So shotguns is good. Yeah, that should be good. I guess we could take off the rifle for now. Put on pistol just in case. Let's activate that. And then, let's change the chest. We'll go into skill damage on this one. And then I'm going to change this to a skill tier so that we're all gold. 6 skill tiers. And then let's change the knees to skill damage also. In the backpack, we're good. Mods. Okay, so let's see. We should have skill haste there. Skill haste. We're gonna want skill haste everywhere, pretty much. And then skill haste. All right, and then let's go ahead and put Scorpio first. Let's change this skill to fire. Put the fire first, and then let's do this one. Probably I'll just go and use a pulse, and then this should be burn strength. Radius is good, but we'll do ammo. Say that. Okay. So here we go. So this, let me just walk you through this one now. So this is an Eclipse protocol build, and I'm running it a little bit different than you might expect for legendary. So in for a lot of legendary, you see people using the riot foam, which is great. The riot foam is great because it holds them still. All right, it holds them still so that your enemy can shoot them down. So no doubt. and then when they're under riot foam, they get the ticks from the vial mask, right? But with this one, as you can see, I've rolled everything into skill damage, and then I'm rolling with the backpack, okay? That's giving this 30, this is huge, guys, 30% amplified damage to status affected targets. 30%, okay? From all damage ideal, okay? So that's also 30% amplified damage to the vial mask. Right, so that's what's huge. And so instead of just holding down the enemies and kind of giving this little kind of trickling of vial effect, what I'm doing here is I'm actually killing people, right? I'm actually like massively while controlling the crowd. So I'm applying damage and controlling the crowd at the same time. So really, really big deal. Really, really big deal. So this is fun. As a matter of fact, this is actually a solo speedrun build when you're trying to do those, what are they called? The league activities, when you're trying to do the leagues and whatever. Like, for example, I did the zoo in 17 minutes with this build. The zoo in 17 minutes. So it's really cool. You just because you can hit the chem, and it's all using the chem launcher here, right? So you hit the chem at the door of the spawns, and then you ignite it. You can ignite it from distance and catch them right as the spawn comes out, and and then it spreads, right? That's what Eclipse Protocol does, is it spreads the damage, and I'm running the chest piece that spreads the damage even farther. So we got status effects, skill haste, Hasbro, and then indirect transmission. That's the spread. So your status effects now spread on kill to all enemies within 10 meters. The refresh 50% of the duration of that status effect, and then the chest piece increases that indirect transmission range from 10 to 15 meters, which is huge. That's huge. It doesn't sound like it, but it is. And refreshes the percentage from 50% to 75%. So status effects makes the fire last longer, but skill damage makes the fire stronger. So instead of catching them on fire for longer and trying to slow cook them, you're quick burning them to death instead. You're killing them faster. And so that's why I went with Firewall, because Firewall increases fire duration by 20%. So I don't have to put as much status effects, right? That's like having 2 status effect rolls. And so that's basically why I decided to go with this instead. And then I have the Golan piece that's adding another 20% status effects. So we basically have 40% status effects on top of the Eclipse, which is another 15. So that's 55% status effects. So just to refresh your memory, if we go into Firewall, up here, it says right here, plus 20% burn duration. Okay, so that's like plus 20% status effects, except it only applies to fire. So, and then the flamethrower here, okay, this flamethrower is the strongest fire in the game. And so there's some places where when you open the door, the enemies are in your face, and that's what the flamethrower is for. You hit them with this, and they instantly die, and instantly start spreading that damage to all the enemies, you know, in the room or whatever. So this flamethrower is really helpful for certain rooms, especially when there's rushers coming in at you. So really good for that. And then of course we got the vial to also tick them to death. So they'll be having double ticks, the fire ticks, which are very strong ticks, and then the vial mask. And then I'm using a pulse for the electronics, so that'll handle the electronics. And we got 6 skill tiers with enough status effects to deal with those guys. Yeah, no creeping death on this one. No creeping death on this one. Because it's all happening on the back end. Creeping death is, I gotta say, is pretty much better for like riot foam. But on fire, it's not, on a fire build, we're rolling into skill damage. It's not necessary, okay? Because they're dying and it's gonna spread on kill. There's nothing to spread up front. See that? There's nothing to spread up front. What's spreading? Nothing. And then they're gonna die, and then that's where the spread happens. So let's see, what are those ticks? I'm kind of late there, so let me see what the ticks were. We got to get their armor back. So anyways, if you double tap your gun, it catches them all on fire. And now it's spreading. So 338,000 on tick there. Those are just vial ticks at 90,000. The fire ticks, 338. Yeah, about 338 per tick. And then it starts spreading around. And of course, your team will be shooting at them at the same time. And so let me demonstrate real quick here the damage to myself. All right. So I just have the mop in my hand. Did I not die? Oh, he didn't. You see my armor come back? So some of that's from preservation. Some of that was from the 10% armor on kill attribute there. So, you know, you could go either way, right? And so if you have the shotgun in hand, either shotgun, actually, I think both of them. Yeah. So damage to armor. Shotguns are really good on status effect builds where you have bleed, for example, a bleed or the vial mask where things are being applied to armor. And so damage to armor is going to get you some more damage to things that are applied to armor. Like oxidizer builds also have damage to armor. So anything that has damage to armor, bleed is a really big one for is a good reason to run shotguns. Or the capacitor too. You could also run the capacitor with this or in sync with this build, as a matter of fact. And so if you wanted the fire to be even stronger, in sync is a way to boost that even more. All right. So let me know if anybody wants to jump in. Otherwise, I'm gonna matchmake here. So let's. If nobody's on their Xbox, it's all good. Let's see here. Oh, the glove. Yeah, the glove on this one is the Golan. So it's double status effects with skill haste. Got a little bit of everything. Skill haste, skill damage, and you can mix and match. You can mix and match. So. Skill damage, skill haste. You could put some status effects in some places. You could put more skill haste in some places based on how you feel like things are going for you. Cool. If you want to run with me, I'll type in, here, check this out. I'll type in my username right now and then just add me as a friend and send me a quick message, just one word message, and then I'll add you back and send you the invite. All right. And we're gonna be doing legendaries, and so it looks like we got 3 people that want to. I think Aaliyah, if you're down, and then Roaming Ghost and Loso Way. So you guys are definitely down to run with me. Just add me as a friend and send me a quick message, and then I'll add you right back and send you the invites. So we're not, full status effects or skill damage. There's no real wrong way, okay? So if you go full status effects on this one, you'll be buffing the vial mask, which is good, right? You can make a very strong vial, but what you're doing is you're slow burning the enemies to death, right? Where I want more burst fire damage. Skill damage makes burst fire damage. And so I'm looking for the enemies to die faster. If they die faster, then the fire spreads faster. Does that make sense? That's all right, Dustin. When you get back, I'll be running for a while, man. So it's all good. I'll be because I want to do multiple legendaries. Let me save this. So, and the other reason why we don't need status effects is because I got this amplified damage, a 30% amplified damage. And so that's buffing the vial mask. So I could buff it more, that's fine. But what I want, basically, what I'm trying to say is I want really strong fire. Oops. Bryce, I got So Amazing, so let's invite him to a game. Right on, So Amazing. Thanks for being quick about that. Yeah, I put my gamer tag. My gamer tag is right there in the chat, guys. It's right above your message. I'll post it again. Yeah, and like I said, Fear Mode, you can mix it. There's no wrong or right equation here. You can mix it, okay? So if you want something in between a long burn and a powerful burn, then balance your status effects and skill damage. A lot of people do, I gotta say, one of the reasons why a lot of people just put status effects and not skill damage, okay, is because it does create more flexibility for different CC skills. For example, the pulse doesn't pick up on the skill damage, but it does pick up on status effects. And then if I decided I wanted to run Riot Foam, then I would need to re-roll these pieces to status effects. Or if I wanted to do the Blinder Firefly on this build, which I probably wouldn't do because the cooldown's too long, but this doesn't pick up on skill damage, only status effects. And so that's why a lot of people just put status effects, because it just keeps the build flexible. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Parnell. Yeah, that 13% protection from elites, it's you know, there's no real trick to it, man. It's like when the game was ready to give it to you, it will, you know? All right, so we got 2 here. But I got to tell you, like, most people have gotten their first one in Legendary. I have heard people in game when playing with friends say that they got it even in Count. Some people got some in Countdown. I've gotten some in Summit. I got some in Heroic. I've gotten some in Heroic. Even Control Points. I got some at Crash Site. So I've gotten some at the Crash Site. I've gotten some at District Union Arena, Roosevelt Island, and the Summit. So, I mean, anywhere is possible, but I gotta say Legendary for your first one is probably your best bet. But farming Legendary is pretty difficult, as we know. You know, trying to do Legendaries back to back to back to back to try to get that mod is pretty difficult, but... So this is the Eclipse one, but I'm gonna start with the other one. All right, I'm gonna start with the Infinity Blind one. And this is the one I really want to showcase today. The Eclipse one's great, really great, but this one's a lot more unique. There's Dark Shredder. All right, I think this is our fourth. View profile. Let's see, add friend. Invite to a game. Here, I'll start a party in case you guys want to jump into the party, but if you know,
another agent has joined your group.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I started a party. Let me, I'll go and invite you guys to the party here. Invite to a party. I don't know if you guys got mics. We don't have to. So if you guys don't have mics, then I'll close down the party. It's totally cool. Casual playing, guys. Put on just your favorite build. No biggie. Let's see, what do we got? So if we look at the project, this week's Legendary is District Union Arena. So let's go ahead and start that. Help the squad get their exotic. Let me drop off some gear before we go. Otherwise, I'll plug this over here. So what can I get rid of? I can get rid of you. Probably get rid of you and you. But you, sure. All right, let's zip on over if you guys are ready. Yeah, no problem, roaming. We don't need to talk. We don't need to talk. I just wanted to open it up for the courtesy because we've all never played with each other. But if nobody jumps in, I'll shut down the chat. How dare your wife limit your gaming capabilities? Bro, we need to have a talk with her. Tell her to work in the other room. I'm using, Jeffrey, I'm using the mop for armor on kill and the Scorpio for, you know, the debuffs. So. Okay, so you guys are in the party. Cool. So let me turn up the game sound, or I can turn up the game sound so people can hear the chat. Is anybody on mic that wants to talk or can talk? If you can, speak up now so I know, because if not, then totally cool. I'll just shut down the chat.
That's fine.
Cool. All right. Not that I have anything important to say. All right, let's turn this to legendary.
Not the first time I've done this one in legendary.
It's the first time you did it? You're doing it?
Third.
Third, all right, cool. All right, well, let's see how easy I can make it for you. That's the point of crowd control builds, is to make it easier, to try to limit how much the enemies are shooting back at you. So what I'll be doing with this build is blinding them, and then, actually this should be, I want the EMP pulse on this one. So blinding them, and I'll be helping out with the tanks, and then when the tanks are done, I'll put in
critical hits too.
some fire.
With this character.
Oh, good. You got crit builds? So yeah, let me just look at what you guys are running just so I know. So Amazing has got a little bit of a tank build. Ooh, I like your build, So Amazing. Nice and tanky. And then you got Money is running Negotiators. And then Dark Shredder. Got some crits going on. Right on. With the FAL. Good assault rifle.
My husband also plays this game.
Oh, yeah?
But he just got home for delivering papers.
Nice.
Like newspapers.
Yeah, it's an addictive game, huh? All right, let's go, guys. If you're ready, let's kick it off.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Guys in the chat, if the sound isn't loud enough, just let me know. So this one does have creeping death on this build. So see how fast my skills come back? Oh, I missed it. Ooh,
Immediate medical
got hit with the
assistance
grenade
needed.
there, didn't we?
Nice. I also have armor piercing for a skill.
Okay, so from here I can get rid of the EMP now, and we'll change this over to burn. Oh, there's still one more tank back there, huh? Let's see that.
Serious trauma.
Oh, down. I don't know
Agent
by
down.
what, but I am.
Agent vital signs 0.
Gotcha.
Thank you. She just blew herself up, that lady? No, she's still up. She's still alive. Thank you for the pickup.
Down. I can't see a thing.
Oh, these can't fix the badge. It's the weak point of it.
Agent down.
How the hell are you guys running by me like that?
The minigunner for Vega's weak point.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Come on, buddy. Really? Really?
Agent incapacitated.
Whatever. No, Nander, it's a new version. It's a new version. But yeah, same concept, but I update like some of my signature
Agent
builds
killed.
as we get like new pieces and stuff like that.
Agent needs assistance.
Thanks, Sam. Yeah, they got spread out on this somehow. Even though they were all on fire and they were running around like maniacs. No, this guy.
Serious trauma detected.
Right on. Good job. Good recovery, guys. That was great recovery. All right, so this next one, I'll open the door and I'll huck a grenade at where there's enemies are going to try to plant their healing stations and just mow them on down.
I usually target the machine itself for healing.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Immediate medical
Somebody,
assistance
ah,
needed.
somebody's behind us.
Agent down.
Yellow, down.
The hell, it just went right by all of them. Hit that fucking medic. The back. Oh, we still got a medic alive. They're picking people up. We gotta get that medic out. If you see the medic, there's a gold medic somewhere around here.
Yeah, I see him. He's in the shop fighting.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down.
Yeah, you can do the exploder instead of the blinder. You want, if you wanted to. Here, what I'll do is I'll switch because there's not enough damage on the board here. So what I'll do is I'll switch over to this. Hold on a second. Still got somebody alive. So I could help put out more damage for the team. Because that's the thing, when you got a CC build or a healer build or a tank build, you gotta make, you want to make sure the rest of the team is balanced out with enough damage. Right now we got a tank and a CC build. So what I'm gonna do is switch over mine to the Eclipse, and so that I'm putting out damage, fire. And so we got the EMP pulse and the fire on this one. All right.
Oh!
Serious trauma detected.
Ah,
Agent out of action.
fuck. I don't know what killed me right there, but
Got his back of the head.
I'm on fire!
Hey, Jack.
An agent needs assistance. Immediate medical assistance needed.
ooh, they're coming for me.
Agent down.
Oh my god, that curve of that explosive was amazing.
Now that was nice.
Yeah.
I just changed up my weaponry a little bit. Normally I'll use a sniper.
Oh, yeah, I like the sniper builds in this game. I use them a lot.
Joints on these ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of new players in the game right now. Tons of new players in the game. Like it, you know? So this is something we just have to adapt ourselves to, you know what I mean? And it's helped us spread our knowledge to the newer player base. All right, so we got to take out that tank here first. Otherwise, we got these, oh, shit. Jumped right in front of my cam. So, yeah, so that's what a lot of me is trying not to catch myself on fire with. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get rid of that tank. He holds the ground.
Serious trauma detected.
Need to do that.
Oh, I just got sniped. I just used my last armor kit and I got sniped.
Action.
It sucks.
Agent vital signs 0.
Tank's down.
Serious trauma detected.
From how I should call them.
Oh, of
System
course.
malfunctioning. System back online.
Jesus, the thing still alive back there. Why can't I shoot over this? Yeah, glass cannon's great. I like running glass cannon with this build. I wonder if I have it. Hold on, let me see. Do I have a status effect one? Yeah, I do have it. Let's try that. Let's see, so only work if I have the gloves, which I don't. So let me see. Do I have the Eclipse mask? I don't. So I can't put it on right now. All right, let's roll. about him. What up, Ghost Devil? No, I don't really use the oxidizer much. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm really not a big fan. And that's because it doesn't carry with the enemies like the vial or riot foam or fire does. You know what I mean? So the enemy, like for example, if the enemies decide they want to avoid the area where you riot foamed, then you know they'll avoid it, right? They'll duck out of it and not go back to that little spot. Where if you catch them on fire, and you know there's nothing they could do, they have to run around on fire like maniacs.
Vital signs critical. Serious trauma detected.
He's coming after me. Back up.
Agent down.
There's a guy in our. There's a fox in our hen house, guys. Fox in our hen house.
Help me, someone!
Good job.
Nice. Reaper still kicked in.
Yeah, I'm not too excited about the perfect creeping death. I mean, it's on a headshot build. I mean, unless you're running like trauma, okay, I guess, you know, just for that trauma build. Outside of that, it's like, nah, it's rather to run the regular creeping death on a Hannah or a Golan, you know.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Okay, in this next room, if you see a guy on fire, shoot at him. Because we want to try to take out that healing station dude. And get the fire spread will help.
Be quiet.
Oops. Right on. All right, so we'll just jog upstairs. Try not to die on the way. Usually the task. Mr. Tank won't have a problem with that. Mr. So Amazing. So just keep it tight. We'll be all right.
Found one.
You little fucker. Guy's fucking dodging everything.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh, fuck.
Agent down.
Yeah, the grudge. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You know, it's same but different because I got the, you know, the Scorpio does the 20% additional damage, so it's kind of the same concept for giving your team a damage buff, you know. Really?
Vital signs critical.
Fuck! The hell did that come from?
Killed.
Down here on cover, 2 floors up. Yeah, I only I minimize how much skill haste I have on the build, only as much as I need, you know. It's a, you know, there's no right answer, it depends on the skill, but I do have to, fuck. I'm bleeding out, fuck.
Serious trauma detected. Agent incapacitated.
So I have to toy with it, you know. Add a little bit, take a little bit away, see until I get it to where I want to. But you got to use it while you're doing that because you have to, you know, see how long the enemies stay under status effects, and named bosses and will have a little bit more immunity to status effects. Oh shit. Good focus fire. Got some good tanking going on by Mr. Amazing. So amazing. Here's a Foundry backpack if anybody needs it. It's a nice one. Nice mask too. Foundry's a good set. Ooh, God rolled P416. If somebody wants this, it's a great gun. Here's, I'll drop it for you guys. It's a great assault rifle. If you like the carbine, you might like that one. Okay, so this next room, you just got to watch out for the two rushers, okay? There's a purple rusher and a gold rusher. They try to drop a grenade and electrocute you and then slam you down with their shotguns. They're the dangerous ones. And then you got a couple of grenadiers. Yeah, focus on the gold. If I can catch her on fire, then I can avoid that whole mess. Got the red one, so there we go. They're all on fire back there. Shoot them down. Good job. You guys are doing great. Better than I am. You guys are staying on your feet more than I am. Good job. All right, so the tanks are critical here, if you don't know that. The tanks are critical because they hold down territories, and we really, there's, you know, we got these guys we got to kill, which of course are the drone operators and the tanks, but the second wave, the first wave is gonna come out of the left door. And so we wanna be in position so that we're almost standing or looking at that door when it spawns, because the next wave is gonna be healing stations, and they're a pain in the ass if they get loose. So I'm gonna try to catch those healing stations on fire, so that's my goal. So, watch my back.
Clear.
Nice. Leveled up.
Good job.
Level 75 now. Nice.
Division agent target.
Found a healer. Corner.
Aim for the head.
Vital signs critical.
fucking shotgun.
Yes.
Immediate medical assistance needed. An agent needs assistance.
Ow!
Oh, she's still alive.
Serious trauma detected.
Ah,
Agent
hammered
down.
here. Oh,
Agent killed.
oh, still throwing grenades. I think that this might be a
Okay,
foundry
if you
mission
like
today.
that, I'll just pull this.
Agent down.
Motherfucker.
This guy out of the darkness,
One guarding the body. Mine.
This hurts so bad.
Vital signs critical.
huh? Everywhere, man. Fuck.
Agent deceased.
Antika, what's up? From Germany.
Enemy in the office. Douse it.
All right. Poor Amazing had to get me up twice. Good job, Amazing. All right, last room. So we got the dogs. Pretty easy to take down. We want the sniper one first, then the explosive dog. I'll hit him with the pulse.
Glitched in the door.
Yeah, they do that every time. They're almost out.
Let's get him, boys.
Good job, everybody. All right, watch for explosives and snipers. Otherwise, everything is. Really?
I freak shot right where my turret is.
Serious trauma detected.
You're not gonna help run my turret.
Oh, I'm stuck in this corner. Fuck. Ah.
Agent down. Agent vital signs 0. An agent needs assistance.
Yeah.
I saw that.
No fucking drone.
Hostile too close. Fire is coming for you. I'll follow your lead.
Somebody in the back yet? Yeah.
One out, mate.
Jesus.
Well now. Do it now.
Okay, I think it's just the boss. So I'll put on a Demolisher and Riot Foam. And what we'll do is we'll break his chain and then
Vital
just
signs critical.
bust him down. So he'll basically be paralyzed. I don't know if you guys have seen that before, but so you'll be able to get really close up to him. You could step right up and shoot his backpack once I break his chain and Riot Foam him.
Done. I already know how to shoot the bag. My trips at this doing the same thing.
All right, switching over to Riot Foam, and we'll be good to go. Oh, did I get the wrong fucking thing? I did. Damn it. Demolisher, not the person.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Thanks for the heal. All right, his chain is broken, so you can come right nice and close. Don't be afraid to come close. And just wail on his backpack. I'll keep him from shooting, and he won't pulse anymore. Backpack broken. Okay, so now he can shoot again. So we'll have to break his chain, and then we can shoot him only in the head. There you go. Good job breaking that chain. It's all headshots from here. Fix his chain.
Agent vital signs 0.
There it is. Good job.
Nice. I got a new hat too out of it.
Oh yeah, you get in your outfit. All right. All right, so let's see here.
Yeah,
That's
I
sure.
recognize it.
The what?
You've seen Resident Evil, you know what armor I'm
Oh,
wearing.
yeah, yeah. I love it. I like that outfit. Good job, everybody. Gonna share the pieces that I don't need. You can break them down if you don't want them. Yeah, no bighorn. Anybody get a bighorn? I'm guessing not. You would have said so. See a couple other things here. Holster. So somebody's got a full foundry outfit. All right. So Amazing's got 12 pickups. That's crazy. That's crazy. So our Eclipse build did pretty good. We got 85 kills with that Eclipse build. And we started off with the blinder. So we might have got more if we were running it the whole time. Good job, So Amazing. 12 pickups, 83 kills. All right, you guys did great. Look at those accuracy numbers from Mr. Money and Shredder. 57, 58%. Great accuracy. Oh, Explosions repairs chain. Wasn't sure of that. Yeah. Sometimes he randomly repairs his chain, and it's like, how did he do that? You know, and that might be why. You might be right. When you break his bag, his backpack, it automatically fixes his chain. You know, and that's annoying. Good job. Hey, thanks, Digital Fury. Appreciate the subscribe there. So what do you guys want? You guys want to try one of the other ones? Are you comfortable with anyone in particular? We could do Capitol Building or Roosevelt Island. All right, Basin's down. Let's try, I guess let's just go for Capitol. I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, well, I'm also almost finished for the summit. I'm on the roof.
Hostile control point nearby.
Yes.
All right, turn this to legendary. I think I just set him on a. All right, let's see here. For this one, what are we gonna have? EMP, I guess, for the dog. And then we'll do the... It's a wide open field, so I hesitate with the fire and wide open fields because they spread out a lot. And the angle that I'm playing in, you know, we're kind of playing really deep. It's fine. We'll give it a whirl. All right, let's go.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Mr. Unknowns, what's up?
Bomb ahead. Bomb guy ahead.
Fucking hell!
Oh, there's more. Whatever.
Oh, I got phone. Forgot to switch. That's fine. Well, let's put back on fire in a second.
Done.
Changing the fire here.
Agent down.
Ah!
Vital signs
Goes
critical.
behind cover. God damn it.
Agent
Guy's walking the wrong way.
incapacitated.
I have no control over him. The fuck? Okay, we're up. Fuck.
Serious trauma detected.
I don't have any fucking med kits. That's a problem.
An agent needs
Whoa!
assistance.
What the hell?
I'm gonna have to fast travel to a safe house. I don't have any med kits. I'll be right back. Should have done that before. Slow, slow, slow. All right, headed back.
An agent needs assistance. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Target won't stay down.
Oh, whatever. Should have gone up there.
Weapons.
Bullshit.
Another down. Help me. Number 6.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh, come on.
Agent out of action.
Shouldn't be on an island. That was a CC build.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Got her. You guys know how to do this? You can jump in here. We need one person to stay out though to open the gate.
Got it.
Okay, I'm ready when you guys are. You can open it.
Nice. My gun's about to rank up.
Oops. Don't do that. So I'll go ahead and put a jammer pulse on instead and then work on those healing stations.
Ooh, damn it. Nice, got a red bed finally.
Activated. Serious trauma detected.
Oh, somebody got
Immediate
me.
medical assistance needed.
Oh, she's just standing there.
Agent down. Agent killed. Agent down.
Come on.
Serious trauma detected.
Asshole.
Need assistance.
Roger.
Vital signs critical. Agent down.
Holy. And what?
An agent needs assistance.
A lot of tanks here. Don't go that way.
Serious trauma detected.
There's 3 tanks. There's one right behind me, too. Went hiding. Far corner. Right there. About to flank you behind you.
Do not let them flank. Come on now.
Holy shit! Holy
down.
crap!
Man down.
Very well.
Shit.
Vital signs critical.
Two behind.
I'll repair the mini
Tanks
tank.
back here too. There's both tanks back here.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action. An agent needs assistance. Agent deceased.
Fix the mini tank. I can't. No shot. Taking fire from all sides.
That's what I forgot to put out.
Yeah, we're live. We are live, live, live. Giacomo Rossi. Yeah, you're right. The death grips would be nice for armor on kill too. That'd be fun. All right, let's see if I can do this. So I'm gonna try to catch these guys on fire at the stairs. Ah, I missed him.
Agent down.
UAV is up.
An agent needs assistance. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Visual is negative.
No, you won't.
Agent down.
I'm supposed to heal him. Damn it.
Serious trauma detected.
Oof, they are everywhere, bro. Oh, there's a whole swarm of those things coming at us. It's gonna be rough.
Going in.
Down over here! Hostile civilian target. Whoa! Coming your way.
An agent needs assistance. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Moving on hostile.
Serious trauma detected.
Ah,
Agent down.
there it is.
Oh, rude.
Agent vital signs 0.
Yeah, pestilence is great, but you gotta have line of sight and good positioning so you don't get suppressed. But it does a really good job. Almost had that. It was close. That last wave came aggressive. It's all good. It's amazing. So here's the build. Status effects, Eclipse everywhere. Chest backpack, Vile Mask, Scorpio, Pulse, and Fire.
Agent down.
Incoming.
Oh, no.
Vital signs critical.
Yeah.
Agent incapacitated. Agent deceased.
Try that again.
Just keep trying until we get it.
Yeah. So we're gonna put on some Earth Shaker here.
Serious trauma detected. Immediate medical assistance needed. Serious trauma detected.
Sending them back, aren't they? Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Agent vital signs 0.
Oh, right on, Giacomo. That's great, man. What did I make them for? 120 people. Woo. That's a good-sized clan you got going on. Guess you come hang out with us on Discord one of these days.
I just got it back. After a couple
An
of
agent
years.
needs assistance.
I don't think I've ever gone in this room before. Where Giacomo is. We're so amazing this right now.
Watch the corner. Light him up.
Are you stuck in there? You might be stuck in there. No, he's not. I've never gone in that room before. That's crazy.
assistance.
Right through the motor, really? Through those guarded. Really?
Down here.
Yeah, we gotta have an answer for those dogs. They're annoying back there. Getting pretty close with their artillery. Waiting for a pulse here. Let's do that.
Serious trauma detected. Immediate medical assistance needed.
How annoying were those guys?
There's the turret. We don't have an enemy. Moving up in the flank. I'm under. Station deployed. Going in. Incoming! Where'd they go? EMP out! Can't deal with this shit. Someone hit! There's a grenade!
Nope, you're not doing that stunt.
Gotta get this medic in the corner.
Vital signs critical. Agent down.
Have to get hell on. Yeah,
Serious trauma
Jones is starting to
detected.
come.
Agent down. An agent needs assistance.
LD, what's going on, LD?
Agent killed. Agent down.
I'll go
I'm
and switch
coughing on
back
fire.
to main audio here. Okay, I'm just gonna put on a regular skill build to help the team get more coverage out of it. Just a little beast of a build. We created this one. We were cleaning out the stash. Shreds hard. So crits and maximum skill damage, basically. As you can see, we're running two-piece Brazos, so we got the double red core on it. So this thing should do good. Allows us to play a little bit faster. Oh, do I not have the capacitor with me? Oh, that's annoying, bro. Oh, so annoying. Yeah, normally I have the capacitor, but I don't have it in my bag right now. Love my turret. My drone doesn't follow my instructions. Told him to come back and he didn't want to.
Agent down. Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent out of action. Agent vital signs 0.
They're moving. I'm reloading. I've got your back.
Serious trauma detected.
Think the King Breaker is better than the. I could try that. Change the scope here. Crit chance. Laser pointer. Yeah. Probably more crit chance here. Damn, this guy's fast. Yeah, it's gonna be painful without the capacitor. I'll be right back. I'm gonna suffer without the capacitor. Feeling it's built around the capacitor. The whole thing is, you know what I mean? Because the capacitor's got that big crit chance mod on it. Not to mention the 60% skill damage. But it's the crit chance mod that I really want after. So let me just grab it real quick. There we go. All right, hit it back. All right, I'm back. Ice skating.
Shit.
Yeah, they're healing right through everything. Jesus. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ.
Agent killed. An agent needed assistance.
Behind us. Tanks behind us.
Vital signs critical. Agent out of action.
Tango's on me!
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh, shit.
Agent down.
Just got overran by like 30 NPCs.
Idiot. Anything crap. Me. Yeah.
Vital signs critical. Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action.
There we go.
needed. Agent incapacitated.
What up, Bruce? There's a good Heartbreaker chest if somebody wants it. It's a really good one. It's already got crits on it, so you can make it red if you want to.
Vital signs critical. Agent down. Immediate medical assistance needed.
No, 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 no. No, no, no. God damn her. They're adamant, those rushers. What up, Ray Jance? Oh, Reed. What up, Reed Jance? Oh, god damn it. She just took all my mementos. The quick little double tap.
Serious trauma detected. An agent needs assistance. Vital signs critical. Agent down. detected.
Unlimited drones.
Agent incapacitated.
She had just thrown out 2, and like 2 came out of her bag immediately after. It's like, come on, immediately after. See if I can make it back. Nope.
An agent needs
Too
assistance.
close.
Agent deceased.
Usually damage and duration. Damage primarily, and then duration are the other mods.
Agent down.
Hide's not working. You see that? It's like right on my body too. Not working. Now it is. What a delay. Just hang out in here for a while. That's where we died last time, wasn't it? Oh, those healing stations are nasty. Alan Rapollo. Hello, people of Earth. Hello, Alan. Of some other planet. I think I see the healing station back here. There it is.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
There it is. That was a rough little room, huh? Well, I can't really. I mean, I hear you, Antika. It's just that I got 2 tanks. There's 2 tanks on the team, and so if I went to, we'd get overrun if we didn't have some sort of offense, bullet offense. You know what I mean? I did put on the Seeker explosive build, but you're pretty vulnerable.
An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma detected. Vital signs critical.
That Warhound, goddamn him.
Action.
Stupid random explosions.
Agent vital signs 0.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there can be. I mean, it really depends on the team, you know, too much offense, too much defense. It's how the team plays. I find there's actually could be too much defense. Usually is the problem, usually. What ends up happening is that it takes too long to kill anything, so you keep getting overrun over and over and over again. Because things are still alive and they shouldn't be. And then they end up making it their way into your territory. It's a lot of work for a tank build because they got to make sure. The thing about tank builds is that they they have the ability to push forward. The problem with that is that they send the enemies backwards towards the people that aren't tanks. right? And so that can also turn into a problem. You got to make sure that the people that are not tanks, or that there's enough DPS to take out, however, you know, that wave of enemies that they're sending back your way. It's usually usually 3 DPS or 3 damage dealers. It doesn't have to be DPS builds. It could be skill builds. Usually, I mean, there's different ways to run it, but like, I find like the most comfortable way is 1 team support build and then 3 damage builds tends to be, I feel like the safest route. So, and that support build could be anything. It can be a tank, it could be a healer, it could be a CC build, but you don't want all 3. You know what I mean? You don't want 1 person to tank, 1 person to healer, 1 person to CC build. Then it's going to take you forever to complete anything because you just don't have any damage on the table. There's no damage, you know? And so the 1 DPS guy is the one that you're having to pick up all the time. The damage dealer is what he's going to keep going down because he's the only one without the level of survivability, unless everybody kind of surrounds him, you know, stays really close to him. So yeah, it's usually 1. So like if I'm playing with a random squad, if I matchmake, and you guys should consider this too. Like if you matchmake with a random squad, you know, and you see there's already, and you were planning on running a tank build, and you see there's already a tank on the field, then, you know, consider switching over to a damage dealing type build, even if it's a skill build. Same thing, or if there's a healer and you go in as a tank, you know, you might not want to be a healer build. Sometimes you can get away with it if you got a really good tank, and then you can keep that tank ultimately alive, but it's a little bit slow that way. The tank isn't really supposed to kill anything, you know? He's really not. He's just supposed to keep the bullets off of you and pick you up when you go down. And so that's why you want the tank build to stay really close to you. You want the tank player to play between you and the enemy. That's where the tank should be, you know? Because he doesn't have the damage to run around and try to take out enemies all on his own. He's gonna spend too much time doing it. While the team is using up all their armor kits.
Oh, fuck.
Medical assistance needed. Agent down.
Chung went down anyways. This is our cover. Giovanni, my girlfriend says, oh yeah, I don't have a girlfriend. The bachelor life, huh? That's more gaming time for you then, huh? That's the way to roll. Johanny's got life figured out, man. Everybody, Johanny's got life figured out. Keep it single.
Vital signs critical.
Sniper dog, huh?
An agent needs assistance.
Damn. Oh, you dick.
Serious trauma detected. Incapacitated. Agent down. Agent vital signs 0. An agent needs assistance.
You made it. Just jumped over just in time. Right as you hit that wall. It's the best way to die. New wave.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
New Chunga. Will be on his way. I like how they take so much damage off my hand, just shooting my hand. Blind fire, look at that. Whatever. Didn't even get out of cover. Yeah, season 11 is gonna do some more Dark Zone. We're gonna, I haven't figured out how we're gonna do the Dark Zone or Dark Zone strategy, but I wanna somehow do a like an eagle bear or ravenous farm going. And so if we can do it like we do Countdown, where we get a bunch of people together and go take over an entire server for the Dark Zone, a Dark Zone server, and just go around and do all the landmarks and whatever. You know, even if we'll obviously be 4-man squads, but taking over an entire server. And so there's a way we used to do that back in the day. It's been a long time since I've done it, so I can't remember quite how to do it, but Jesus Christ. Anyways, I want to do something like that. I want to turn the Dark Zone into some sort of farm. Community farm session, you know. Yeah, but either way, that'll be the focus of the PvP content. Will be the raid exclusives of exotics, helping the community get them. Whether we do the whole server thing or whether we get a silent server, you know, just run 4-man in there. My favorite are though when you got big manhunts going. I really enjoy that type of PvP. You know, when you just got the server that's on fire and it's full and you got this 4-man squad that's just tearing it up, you know, that's doing a really good job holding it down. I really like that. I really like it. It's so much fun. You get so much loot. You know, you die, they die, you die, they die, but you get so much loot, you know? Because Dark Zone caches. And good gear, pretty good gear, you know? Nothing that I really would need now, but... Hey, just got over here, man. Fuck. Looking for my drone. Like, what the fuck? It's sniping me. I'm behind cover. There's nothing around.
Healer's down.
All right, good job. Oh, that must have been who hit me there. That sniper in the back. Oh, Corporal, the thing worth mentioning, we got a new build set coming in. It's called Hot Shots, sniper orientated. New sniper, but headshot orientated things. Sniper, pistol, new pistol. Exotic sniper, named sniper. GR8, named GR8. New perfect trauma, new perfect creeping death. But the big one is the Ninja Bike backpack. That's what the community's buzzing about. So they're bringing back the Ninja Bike backpack that we have from the Division 1 that I never used. I never used it, so I don't know much about it. But everybody's pretty stoked about it. I'm excited about it. It's going to open up a lot of new, interesting builds. Things that we never imagined we could have done before, we can now do. Like 3 pieces Umbra, 2 pieces Striker with the Ninja Bike backpack. I mean, think of the RPMs there, right? That's 50% increased RPM. That's insane. With the extra 100% crit hit damage, you know? Good job, guys. That was it. So, yeah, that Ninja Bike's gonna be pretty badass. I'm really excited for it. Yeah. Yeah, no, we don't need season 11 to start, but season 11's already starting. I mean, we're days away. What am I going to do? You know what I mean? I still have, no, honestly, I still have a bunch of videos I got to put out before Tuesday. And then 3, I guess, at least, if I could try to do that. And then I also want to delete one of my characters and clean out my stash. You gotta do that, you know what I mean? You gotta go into a season with a clean stash, at least 100 slots, you know, at least. Because you're gonna get so much gear, you're gonna go into countdown, you're gonna farm all the gear sets and the brand sets and try to get god rolls of the new weapon. You're gonna be storing different variations of it all. So, good job, team. That was tough. I'm proud of you. Thanks for keeping us alive the whole time. So pretty good, Mr. Amazing. Look at those kills, man. That's pretty good. Good job, guys. You got money. Dark Shredder, good job. Look at those pickups. 32 pickups by So Amazing. That's insane. 32 pickups. Cool, guys. Thanks for running legendaries with me. I appreciate it. It was fun. We'll do it again sometime. Class excused. Thanks for teaching me something. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Have a good one, guys. Appreciate you. Good job. I want to do more community playing. I like it, you know. Outside of just the countdown stuff, you know. Countdown's okay, but I want to do the legendary speed runs that we're doing for the average Joe. I want to do those with the community, you know. Also, I want to like get like you know, somehow, I mean, we have to have a little bit of a filter on it. I mean, it's really a good idea if somebody has a watch that's at least 1,000, and that's in not because I'm like, you know, picking on people's watches. I really don't care. It's mostly like it's just more of an assurance that they have the District Union Arena experience to be able to speedrun it. You know, anybody could do it, even at a watch 500, which is true, but they also have the most damage that they could possibly have coming out of off their watch, you know. But it's more of the experience that I'm worried about, and you know, that being sort of the filter, you know, like, hey, if you got 1,000 watch and you think you've know District Union Arena really well, then I'd love to invite you to join us in the speed runs for the average Joe, and so that you see that it's really easier than you think it is. And what I'm hoping to translate over, where it translates over, is that maybe you don't speed run with your clan or random group people or anything like that. I get that, but more it's the confidence booster that, like, hey, like in Legendary, it's funny thing, guys. Like in Legendary, like the reality is the more aggressive you are in Legendary, the easier it is. But the caveat to that is your whole team has to be on the same page there. If you're the only one aggressive, you're gonna be dead. You know what I mean? Because the whole team, you're supporting each other, and so you all have to go up there. You know, that's the thing about Legendary. You know, my number one like advice for Legendary is squad up. And what I mean by squad up is play as a unit. You know, keep it together, keep it tight. You should be within arm's reach of each other. You know what I mean? You should be close to each other. You know, and sometimes you do divide and conquer, 2 to the left, 2 to the right in a big room, like the garage at District Union Arena, for example. You know what I mean? Like sometimes 2 people will fork left to go take that first spawn door or whatever, and while the other 2 guys stay in the back. But you should never really, you know, be alone too much. You know what I mean? You should never be alone too much, even if you can. It's not about can or can't, but you know, you get up there. If you do accidentally go down, you're man down in no man's land. Nobody can come get you, you know. And you know, and so sometimes when you go into a Legendary with like a max protection from elites build, you know, and you get really excited because you could get up there and play, you know, really close to Chungas and elites and stuff like that, but your team can't. And sometimes accidents happen. You get hit with the wrong grenade or the wrong Chunga to the back, and nobody can come get you, and then you just hurt the team. You know what I mean? And so like for new players, basically my biggest advice is like things go just so much smoother if you just squad up, stick together. The builds aren't that important. It's mostly how the dynamics of the team, you know. And then from there, it's just like, when you know, like if you got a really confident team, it's people that know their builds, they know their play style, and they got some good dancing moves, you know what I mean? And then they're comfortable with the Legendary mission. They've played it enough. They know the positions. You don't even have to talk to each other. You'll see, you know, I'm sure this has all happened to everybody, right? You jump in and, you know, sometimes your team can't even get past the first checkpoint in a Legendary, and you suffer and everybody quits. And then sometimes you jump with some random team and you burn through it in like 30 minutes, right? And just crush it. You know, and so it's really like, it's just the dynamics. It's just the team dynamics, how the team, you know, gets in sync and whatever. So update video guide for the raid. I mean, I don't really focus too much on the raids, Ghost Devil. You know, I don't know. It's not priority on my list, that's for sure. Sadly. Because it's sort of like, you know, there's so many guides out there on the raids that, you know, the raids, like there's new like advanced techniques to bringing down this boss and bringing down that boss, but the basics never have changed. You know what I mean? It's always the same boss and the same doors and the same mechanics. You know what I mean? And so nothing's really changed. The builds have changed a little bit, only a little bit, you know, but it's the same concept. Going there with nothing but damage for the most part. You know what I mean? And so the strategies haven't really evolved. And the ones that have are really too advanced to make a guide out of it. It wouldn't be a guide. You know what I mean? It'd be like, hey, if you're ready for the next level, you know, if you're an advanced raider and you want to know how we do it in 10 minutes, then let me show you how. But as a guide, that'd be like way over people's head. You know, most people are just trying to get past the first boss, right? They're just trying to, okay, what's going on? And those guys are already out there and they haven't really changed. Yes, I agree. They are buried under a bunch of crap. So, but we do them. Our clans, they teach, they don't carry. You know, I got to be, and that's what they tell me. The best way to say it is that, and so if you join our Discord, they teach people how to do the raids. They don't carry. So if you want to do a raid with them, that's how it'll go down. They'll get you into an easy position to learn, and then the next time you go about it, they'll get you into another position and more advanced one, and so on and so forth. And then, you know, if they don't, they're usually donating their exotics because they don't need them either. So you also get a chance at that. But yeah, so it's really tough. Guides in general are really tough, which is why I don't create a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like how to do this and how to do that. And that's because, you know, there's a lot of like asterisks and there would have to be a lot of subtext and disclosures. And then they'd get outdated because of something, because there's always a bug or a caveat or something like that, you know, and then you'd have to put an asterisk to it. And, you know, it's really difficult, like how to create a good build. You know what I mean? I've never done that and I never probably will. You know what I mean? And so the way I have to teach is hands-on, live, and explain my thought process when I'm putting together a build. Because of the nature of this game, it always changes. There's a bug, a new gear, a new way, a stronger build, a better assault rifle. There's always something changing. And so the guide would have to constantly be updated. And so I do videos on how to add survivability to your build. I do those type of videos. Those are really good, and the community seems to like those. You're wearing too much armor, do this instead kind of thing. You know, so I have some of those videos. Also talk about weapon handling from a build perspective, and, you know, time to kill, and, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot to cover for the game. And, you know, I really enjoy sharing my knowledge. I try to do it as best as I can, but some of these topics are really hard to contain into a single video. And so that's why I do the live streams the way I do. And mostly just and I try to vocalize my thought process and be like, this is why I'm doing it. It's not the only way. Maybe it's not even the best way, but it's the way I like it. And let me tell you why I like it this way. And maybe you don't agree with me and you run the alternate way, which is perfectly fine. You know what I mean? But at least you thought about it. And that's what's important. That every piece on your build should be considered, right? Every piece should be considered. That's a minimum to building. Okay, like you don't just slap things. Every piece you should be able to explain every single piece. You got 8 things on your build, 10 if you count the skills. You know, so you got 11 if you count the specialization. Let's just do that. So you got 11 things on your build, and, you know, and then the pistol makes 12. And so you gotta say, I'm running the specialization because, you know, and all that logic is got to be sound based on your experience, your gameplay style, not somebody else's. Somebody else will be like, hey, you know, if you run the contractor's gloves, you'll get more damage out of your build. And you'll say, I realize that, but I want Bellstone because I rather have armor on kill, right? And that's acceptable. That is acceptable, right? And so instead of like, maybe if you had a Grupo glove there and you'd be like, oh, well, you know, you might as well just go, there's no logic to just go for the more damage. Unless you said, well, I don't want just more damage to the guys with armor. I want more damage to everybody. And that's a good reason to not run the contractor's gloves. You know, yes, it's less damage to armored targets, but it's consistent damage on everybody. But yeah, I know what you mean, Tap That Axe. Yeah, hiding in that room. It's the hardest room in District Union Arena, the garage, you know, and he's saying like there's the office and some people hide in the office and, you know. So. Oh, Wolfpack Gaming. I don't know. I don't know about Ravenous builds, man. Like, that's the thing. It's funny, right? Like, I just really don't like the Ravenous. And people around here know that. And now you do too. I think it's a crap gun, man. I just do. It's really crappy. You know? I have it on my other character, so I can't pull it out. I don't think I have it here. Yeah. I mean, I even have a hard time with the Eagle Bear, man. Like, I tried running the Eagle Bear in yesterday's stream, and I found a really great build for it. The build I ran for it was, it feels really good with Umbra, right? So I ran it with this build, and then I put on the Chameleon, you know, during the same session, and I felt so much stronger. My time to kill was amazing, right? And I was like, oh my God, the Chameleon is so much better than the Eagle Bear. The Chameleon is better than the Eagle Bear. Now, this is what's crazy. The spreadsheets don't say that. They don't. You know, it's really weird because I know I'm going on a tangent here, but if you look at like the spreadsheets that are out there that rank assault rifles, the Chameleon is all the way at the bottom. It's like way down there, you know, and I don't know exactly why they put it down there. I think they're factoring the cooldown times, you know, when you're building your stacks, and, you know, I think that's part of it. And so I think that's why. I don't think they're actually calculating the stacks, but it is so powerful. It doesn't feel anything like what the spreadsheet says. And I know my assault rifles, guys. I wail on that Kingbreaker for the last 3 weeks. I've been using nothing but the Kingbreaker. You know what I mean? Which is one of the strongest, if not the strongest. It's up there with the AKM, right? It's like 1 to 2 of the strongest, depending on who's ranking it. But like, and so when I go to the Chameleon, and the Chameleon feels stronger than the Eagle Bearer, you know, and the Eagle Bearer is usually top 5 assault rifles based on that large mag. You know, it's based on a large mag and a low, I think the reload speed is low on it, right? Let's take a look at it. What's the reload speed? Yeah, 1.6 seconds. That's a fast reload, guys. 1.6 seconds is a fast reload. So most assault rifles are like 1.9. So that's like getting close to an SMG reload. So you got a large mag and a fast reload, high damage, and, you know, so-so RPMs. And so we were running that build yesterday, and I was like, this is my Eagle Bear build, the one you're looking at right now. It's the Eagle Bear build. It felt great. It made the Eagle Bear feel the best, right? And I was having fun. I was enjoying the Eagle Bear. And then I put on the Chameleon. I was like, oh my God, this is so much better. You know what I mean? It's so much better. The Chameleon did so much better than the Eagle Bear. But that's not what the spreadsheets say. But for some reason in gameplay, it contradicts the spreadsheet, you know? But my point is that the Eagle Bear and the Ravenous, they both are sort of the same thing. They're glorified trophy guns, you know, and, you know, the Eagle Bear is not as bad. It really isn't. I could see why some people really like it. I get that. That large mag is nice. But, and if you really play into that invincibility, but the Ravenous, man, just damn, that thing just like, first of all, like it's a rifle without a scope zooming option. That sucks. So what it's basically saying, it's a rifle that you have to play like a shotgun. Right? And I mean, I'm on console. I don't know if it's different for PC players, but I feel like I'm missing a lot of shots. I'm having to count the chugga-chuggas. You know what I mean? Chugga, 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 chugga. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2. Wait, was that 5 or was that 6? Was that 4 or was that 5? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm doing that. I was like, maybe I didn't put enough in him. And, you know, this is a meter, but it's not that clear. You know what I mean? And so it's like, you know, there's a lot going on. You're in the middle of a legendary battle, and you have to get out of cover to use this rifle that acts like a shotgun, sort of, so to speak, right? But sort of, you know, it's got a slower cadence than the Scorpio. The Scorpio puts up way more damage in that amount of time. It's like, just might as well just use the Scorpio instead of the Ravenous. I think the Scorpio's got farther range and accuracy, better accuracy on top of it. You know what I mean? You know, I know I'm going on a tangent here, but it's just like, I have a really hard time with that weapon. And it's not that I haven't tried. I pick up that weapon once a quarter. Basically once a season. I pick up that weapon and I'm like, okay, I can try to make a Ravenous build. And then it's just like, oh, I'm so disappointed with this gun. My fingers hurt from chugga. I'm out of cover taking damage. And so I need to put on a bunch of armor so I could get that bonus armor up. And then the enemies, you know, the Chunga is sitting there taking it away really fast, and you can't stay in cover because it doesn't let you switch shoulders when you're in certain cover points. It's just, there's so much wrong with that weapon. As a secondary weapon, I could see it. I could see it as a secondary weapon. As a raid weapon, I definitely see it. It staggers an Iron Horse, and then you can use it against Razorback. Very specific purpose. Outside of that, I don't ever see it really make sense. Not in Legendary. I don't see it making sense in Legendary. Because the time it takes you to chugga with that thing to break the armor plates, you know that you could just use an assault rifle and shoot the legs and go directly to the health bar of the Warhounds. So a lot of people will be like, oh, I like using the Ravenous to break armor plates. There's only two things with armor plates. All right? Warhounds and Chungas. So the Warhounds, you don't want to break the armor plates. That's a waste of time. You want to go for the health bar. Go straight for the health bar by shooting the legs. And the best way to do that is with an assault rifle that has damage to health. And you're going straight to the health bar of that dog. And you never have to break its armor plates. You know? And so that leaves you with the Chungas. So basically using that with the Chunga means you have to get out of cover and basically stand tall against a Chunga and break his armor plates. And yeah, okay, but you could burn through him just as fast with any other weapon. You know what I mean? Just, you know, an AKM as a backup weapon, or a Kingbreaker as a backup weapon, or, you know, anything else basically will do the same thing just as fast, and you can stay in cover. You have the option to stay in cover. You don't have to get out of cover to do it, you know, and you don't have to get in close range because that thing doesn't have a good scope and it's not very accurate, and because you have to switch shoulders and then you're missing shots and you have to count, you know, things before you switch shoulders. It's just a bad weapon. It's just really bad. But yeah, it staggers the boss in Iron Horse, and then you can use it on the weak points of Razorback, and so that's a nice use case. So there is a reason it exists. But yeah, so I just have a hard time making builds for that one. You know, so, but I just don't think it's a very good weapon. And, you know, you'll see builds out there where they're showcasing it against the Warhound, and, you know, but there's the Warhounds only account for, like, you know, or even Chungas. Warhounds and Chungas only account for, like, you know, 2% of the enemies that you encounter in a Legendary, you know, so maybe you are decent against them, if we just want to say that for the sake of saying it, but then you're a shit player. You got a shitty build for the other 98% of the enemies that you're going to encounter, you know. It's just not, you know, for the other ones that are moving fast and darting left and right, and, you know, you're trying to catch them with this chugga and switching shoulders on them. And, you know, you got maybe 2 primers on this target and 1 primer on that target and 3 primers on another target. And, you know, you're all over the place with that thing. It's just, it's not really good for attacking multiple targets. You know, usually it's good for just big, giant targets that are hard to miss, like the Chunga, like the Warhound. But yeah, well, and Ghost Devil says, yeah, the Regulus has to be the best raid exotic. It's arguably the best exotic in the game, the Regulus. The Regulus is, at least in the weapon category, it is the ultimate weapon. That thing does everything. Solo legendary, solo heroic, speedrun legendary, and it's a pistol. Yeah, there's a 5%. I have that 5% mod. Pretty sure. He's asking if there's a damage mod of 5%. And see, duration. Yeah, there's a damage mod, 5%. Right there. Stinger charge, stim charges. Got 2 repair charges. Range 5, 2 ranges. Got a bunch of extra stuff, huh? Cool, everybody. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging with me. And so I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm going to call it a night and get some din. And then, yeah, look forward to some more videos this week. Got a lot to keep you guys up to get you guys up to speed on, you know, because I was sick last week. So kind of got a little bit behind. So I want to get you guys some more builds to take a look at before the new season kicks in. But all of these builds will still be good for next season. None of these will be expired, the ones I'm considering. So anyways, everybody, have a good night. I'll catch you later. Peace.
Tuxedo out.
Raw flows and that's how it goes.